I'm going to first start here where former President Jacob Zuma, former president of the ANC yesterday, was speaking just about this issue of radical change, radical transformation, and how an organization cannot have a leader who doesn't agree with the organization on the way to go. And obviously he was reflecting both on the ANC Youth League and the organization itself. What is your view on his position?
What did he say?
He's saying an organization cannot be led by a leader who doesn't agree with them. He was looking at former leaders of the Youth League, Nelson Mandela and the Tambos and the APMDAs at the time, saying they sought a leader who agreed with the mission. That there's a mission on the table that has to be sought. It cannot be about favoritism. It cannot be about people. It is about a leader who understands what the mission is and drives towards the mission. When I'm listening to you speak about transformation now, that is a similar language.
Yeah, no. The ANC leadership is one. We are at one because we are elected by the highest decision-making body, which is the National Conference. National Conference resolves on policies, and there are resolutions which the National Conference take. And the leadership of the ANC then is mandated to implement those resolutions and policies. I was looking at the resolutions from Stellenbosch to Durban and 207, Polokwane, Mangaung 2014, and the now resolutions, and we are going to implement those resolutions. Some of those resolutions were not implemented in the past, and the resolutions and what makes the ANC, because the ANC does not believe in any individual. We are individuals, we are unique as individuals, but we have joined an organization which has rules, which has a constitution, which has policies, which has resolutions, which has values. And all of us, because we are now one family, we do what the ANC wants. So collective leadership is important. And the leadership of the ANC, even this leadership of NASREC, believe in radical economic transformation. There is nobody who doesn't believe in the concept of radical economic transformation. People may just argue as to how do we implement it. And people are looking at national to implement it. Radical economic transformation is supposed to happen even in society. NGOs, South Africans themselves, wherever they are, from local level municipalities, from the SGBs, police fora, all organs of people's power, and government and business and everybody, we are supposed to be talking about radical economic transformation. Because black people cannot be landless, black people cannot be propertyless, black people cannot be the people who have nothing to show. Black people cannot just be hewers of wood and drawers of water. Black people must actually participate in the economy, and black people must be educated. Black people, and that's why it is good what the ANC did in terms of free basic education. And the president has said we need to ensure that at that lower level, young people have the necessary tools. We are in a state where we are in a fourth industrial revolution. We can't still be not teaching our kids robotics. Those things will happen, and I think they will happen during this term of President Ramaphosa and his collective.
So you still stand by the idea that this current leadership of the ANC will do what it takes to make sure that the resolutions come to the fore? Because as I was saying to you now, part of the criticism is that they don't think you will do it.
Well, this current leadership of the ANC's responsibility is to implement the mandate of the National Conference. We have no choice. If there is anybody who doesn't want to implement the decisions of NASREC, I can't blame anybody because it's a collective work, and we are supposed to be monitoring, and I think the President's Office monitoring and evaluation, we as full-time people here, we are supposed to be really monitoring We have agreed with the Chief Whip and the Speaker of Parliament that we are going to rigorously evaluate, assess performance of people, not after 5 years, when we are supposed to go to the next elections. Every 6 months, every year, we are going to say, but hey, Deputy Minister, a Minister, a Chairperson of a committee, a leader so and so, you are not performing. You are not doing the work. This is the time for, it's a wake-up call, because our people don't want slogans again. Our people want to see action. And I think all of us must wake up. All of us must be more radical in implementing the ANC decisions.